And and he goes sub-4. He's the 11th guy to go sub-4. Pretty amazing.
Bye.
Yo guys, what is going on? It is Vedant. Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the Quarantine Clasico, otherwise known as the biggest sub-4 attempt in high school history. Today I'll be giving you guys my predictions, my race reaction, how the race could have been optimized to be better, and other people who could have broken 4 as well. Before we get into the video guys, like and subscribe, of course. It would really mean a lot to me and support me a lot. So this race happened 1 week ago, and I think it's on YouTube now. In case you haven't seen it yet, you can watch it now. So to start off, what is sub-4? Well, for any of you non-runners, sub-4 is a really big deal in the running community. For many years, coaches, athletes, scientists, and doctors deemed the sub-4 mile as something that's impossible and a far-fetched idea. But one day, a man named Roger Bannister actually changed that entire notion. He ran what some people call a miracle mile, and he broke 4 in the mile. It was kind of a revolution of its own in the running world, and after he did that, a lot of people started to follow. So now everyone is kind of after that sub-4 goal. Even high schoolers embark on that whole journey of sub-4, but that journey is full of sacrifices, discipline, learning, and a constant grind. So let me give you some background on why this race is happening. So I have no idea what time you guys are actually watching this video, but in March 2020, basically our track seasons got canceled as a whole nation in the United States. And with the really strong senior class, there's obviously a bunch of guys that want to break 4 in the mile. So this is the largest organized sub-4 attempt we have seen of just high school seniors that want to break 4 in the mile. And keep in mind, there has only been 10 other high schoolers that have ever broken 4 in the mile, the most recent being Reed Brown in the Festival of Miles in 2017. So guys, I will give you my predictions. My top 3 predictions are Cole Sprout, Leo Daschbach, and Easton Allred. And I'll go more in depth right now. So why do I think Leo Daschbach has a chance of going sub-4 in the Quarantine Clasico? Well, we can take a look at his XC season. His cross-country times were really phenomenal. He did really good in race placements, and he had a 14 or 13 time, 14-13, something like that. So obviously he has that really strong aerobic base. I don't believe he competed at Nike Nationals or Foot Locker Nationals, but still really good. His 800 speed is really good as well, 151.99. That is really fast. I think that's the fastest on this field today. And then as some of you guys may have seen, he ran a 4:03 mile on the mile split virtual meet. He's really close to attaining that sub-4 goal already. Next we have Cole Sprout. So as some of you guys know, in his junior year in Arcadia, he ran a 8:40 with Nico Young, which was a very impressive time. He also has very good 800 meter speed, his 800 meter PR being a 1:53. Not quite as fast as Leo, but still a very good timing. And during junior year, he ran a 4:04, which puts him as one of the closest guys during junior year to break 4 in the mile in his class. So yeah, he had a really successful junior year, and then he also is a Stanford commit, so that kind of just brings more to the table for him. I think there's definitely more pressure on him because he is going to Stanford. And lastly, we have Easton. Sophomore year, his mile was extremely fast, a 4:09, which puts him at the top of his class during that time. Although he did get injured, but still, really fast times. And yeah, I think he's a cool guy. I think he can do it. If you watched his workout videos, he's been doing pretty good. So I have that feeling that he could do something. Alright guys, I kind of ran into a little bit of a problem. This footage is actually copyrighted by FlowTrack, so I can't really use it, but I blurred it out. Hopefully it fixes things. But if you guys want to skip over, I'll put it right over there. And yeah, just keep watching guys. But yeah guys, without a further ado, let's get into this video. Alright guys, this is the race. I've actually muted it so I can just talk through probably like what's going on, what's happening in their heads. I mean, I didn't run in it, but I'll just do my best, Yeah, so I assume they're pretty nervous. I mean, it's the biggest sub-4 attempt in all-time history, so there's definitely a lot of pressure. But yeah, basically they don't want to go too fast from the get-go, although it does look very fast, but they're going to be keeping the same pace ideally. 30 seconds through the 200 is where they want to be. Even splitting this race is probably the best chance they have in actually breaking 4. So they want to come out really evenly, and as we can see, there's already kind of like 2 packs. There's already a separation between the last 2 people and the rest of the pack. But, you know, really good running overall. No one's trying to push it way too fast. The pacers coming through pretty well here. Let's see what they come through at 58.4 for the first guy. So I think the rest of the pack is coming through at around 59, high 59s and 60s. So, you know, that's really good first lap. Yeah, now you can see there's like a really big difference between the two different packs in the race. You can already tell the people at the back are not really going to go sub-4. So here are our contenders for sub-4. Sorry, it's like loading a lot. But I think this lap they come through a little slower. We can see Easton, Cole Sprout, and Leo, as well as I think Thomas Boyden, but I can't really tell. Honestly, don't know him very well. Did not look at him much. But yeah, they're going to come through at 202.7. So, you know, I think the rest of the pack is probably coming through at a 203, which is a lot of ground to make up because they have to run a 156 in order to actually get this sub-4 chance. So, as we can see, I think that's Thomas Boyden in second. I think that's another pacer in first, but I could be wrong. So they're picking up the pace. They have a pack going on. We have Thomas, Cole, Leo, and Easton, and as you can see, they're picking up the pace a lot during this third lap because they have a lot of ground to make up. So Thomas Boyden's in the lead. I think he is going to Stanford, and with Cole Sprout, so their teammates, you know, future teammates working together, and they're going to come through at this lap a lot faster. As you can see, Leo's making a move. It's a really big move right here. He passes up Cole Sprout, and Easton is kind of getting left behind just a little bit, but can he make it up? Thomas Boyden's still in the lead. He really helped through that first lap. I think that was a 3:03 or 3:02. They're going to have to make it up with a really fast last lap here, either 56 or 57. As we can see, we have the group, Thomas, Cole, and Leo. They're really not giving up. They're surging. And as we can see, a big move here by Leo and and yeah, this is going to be the move of the race. You know, you got to see who can kick because that kick is really important. You know, Leo has a good 800 meter speed, 152. So I think that's really going to take him and carry it home. And yeah, so he's carrying it home right now, and he's definitely going to win this race. There's a big gap between him and Cole, and his last, you know, final kick, that 800 meter speed really came in right there. And, you know, anaerobic training, speed training, and, you know, and he goes sub-4. So, you know, he's the 11th guy to go sub-4. Pretty amazing. And yeah, that's the race, guys. That's probably what those, you know, strategy was not a tactical race. It was like an all-out time trial, as you could see at the very end there. They had to do everything they could to just, you know, get right under the sub-4 barrier. But yeah, it was a really incredible race. So guys, I'm going to be moving into how this race could have been optimized a little bit better, so maybe like a few more people could have gotten the sub-4 target that they've been wanting to hit. So ideally in the mile race, you want to even split everything because that's where you're conserving the most energy, especially at this high standard of running. So instead, if they didn't pace it at like a 202 or 203, whatever they came in at, a 2 flat or a 159 could have actually optimized their chance a little more. I think if they did that, Cole Sprout really had a chance to go sub-4. You know, he has really good 800 meter speed, but not quite as much as Leo. And Leo actually could have gotten like 358 if they just paced it a little better, I think. Also, there was just like a lot of, not a lot, but a few unnecessary people that, you know, did not even have a chance at sub-4. There were like 4:16, so in the 4 teens, you know, that's not really, you know, still really fast guys, obviously faster than me. But other than that, I think they did a pretty good job. You know, California is a really good place to race, so I'm glad they picked that out because, you know, it's really close to sea level. Athletes like Easton and Cole kind of get that advantage because they're training at altitude in Colorado and Utah. Picking California, Sacramento was a really good idea for them. So, people with potential to break 4. These are 3 people that are anticipated, and here are my thoughts of whether or not they can break sub-4. So, starting off from Texas, where I'm from, Ryan Shoppy. I think he can definitely go sub-4. He already so soloed a 4 flat, and with competition, that's going to make him go a lot faster. In this case, I really do think he can break 4. His XC times were also ridiculously fast. I'm pretty sure at our state meet, he ran a 14:14 in the 5K. So, you know, he has that really good aerobic base. My second pick would be Nico Young. Obviously, this is an obvious pick. He definitely has that potential of going sub-4. His cross-country season was absolutely insane. He broke the Nike national record. He beat Leo Daschbach in some of the meets they raced together. If you've seen his milesplit workout videos, you know, you guys saw he went in the 4:10s during his workouts. So, you know, that's a ridiculously fast pace, and I definitely think he can go sub-4. Way too much of an obvious pick, you know. And the last guy that I think is anticipated to go sub-4 is Matt Strangio. Now, he's anticipated by most people, but honestly, I don't think he will be able to go sub-4. Matt Strangio, if you're watching this, don't be discouraged, my guy. But just based off his junior and senior times, you know, they're not as strong as the rest of the group. He doesn't have quite that 800-meter speed, so I think he runs a 155 and Leo runs a 151, so, you know, there's obviously quite a big difference between those times. He does have a solid aerobic base, as we've seen in his cross-country season, but I just don't think he has that 800-meter speed to kind of just pull through at the end of the mile. I believe he will be having an attempt on June 15th though, so we'll see if anything happens. But anyways, guys, that will be the end of this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Respond to my comment down below. I will reply to all my comments. Watch my other videos. They should be on the screen. Next video, I believe, will be a training video on Friday. Doing my best to upload on Tuesdays and Fridays at 7:30 CST, so be at the lookout for that. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one.